Hello you beautiful tea minds. We're getting ready for a tea gathering today, and I just wanted to take the opportunity now that we're still in the preparations to show you around and show you a few of the objects that we're using. A lot of the objects that we're using are centuries old. We're using Edo period, 17th century objects, 11th century objects, and really the things that we have around here are truly amazing. Let's have a look at the alcove first. Over here we have a scroll written by Kobori Enshu that is 17th century. It's got a painting on it with a poem that he wrote himself, and the flowers here are in an 11th century vase with a beautiful Tsubaki flower. The tea scoops are over here. It's not the tea scoops, but it's their tubes that are on display, and we're using an ivory tea scoop, a very old one, also from the Edo period, and then a tea scoop for the thick tea service that we're doing after, made by Kanamori Sowa, who was a contemporary of Kobori Enshu, so that's also very early on in the Edo period, and very beautiful tube. And here we're in the area where the tea is prepared, the service area, and we have a cold water vessel stand with a very tiny old original Takatori mizusashi, and the tana is an original designed by Kobori Enshu in 3 types of wood, which is called yosegi, to put wood together, and it has pine, it has black persimmon, is mulberry wood. So 3 types of wood that have been put together to create this tana. And this cover is covering the sunken hearth where the kettle is in. And the kettle that we are using for today's occasion is called Amida-do. The story behind it is very interesting, where Toyotomi Hideyoshi on his journeys met a priest at a temple who had a very strange shape of head. And Hideyoshi was so taken away by the shape of that head that he asked Rikyu to get him a kettle made exactly the same shape. And he initially called this kettle the head of the boar. But that was too insulting for this person, so they decided they would call it Amida-do instead. And that is a reference to the hall of the Amida Buddha that was present at the temple where he met this person. And so that's the story behind this very interesting and actually very beautiful kettle as well. And for the tea bowls we're using even bigger national treasures. Here we've got a tea bowl that was favored by Enshu with an inscription of a poem on the back of the box, and besides it is an original Chojiro Raku Jawan, and a raku-ware piece by Chojiro, the first raku artist who made tea bowls for Rikyu himself. And this shape, the square shape, is a favorite shape by Rikyu. It is called Muki Guri, a peeled chestnut, and it's a fabulous piece as well. Both tea bowls come with lids of boxes that have been inscribed, dating and verifying that the pieces are original. And for the first thick tea service we're using a temmoku bowl. An original Yuteki temmoku is always presented on this temmoku die, the temmoku tray, and comes with its beautiful pouch, shifuku, which is then undone during the service, and the tea is served in this temmoku bowl on the tray and present it to our very honorable guest. And so we've finished all the preparations, and the tea chamber is ready to use. Here we have the offerings to the god of the sunken hearth, which is a bit of salt, a bit of rice, and a bit of bonito flakes. And these will be presented to the sunken hearth, which is beneath this cover, which will be opened as part of the unveiling and the first opening and taking in use of the sunken hearth. So as our guests will soon be arriving, I will leave you here. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe to the channel, and also click that bell. See you soon for new updates.